Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
New York at the fight.
They don't be opening my door like that, bro. Security gotta step out first.
I got my boy.
Open my door.
I got my boy
Trust
AB
these
ready. I got Jermell Charlo winning.
I don't got AB
my boy Tank winning. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Errol, hold
I
up.
rock my nigga AB.
Hey, Errol,
Rock my nigga Charlo.
I'm gonna make a bet.
And I rock with my nigga Tank.
I'm rocking with Charlo, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Black people need to stick together, man. We don't need
Fuck Adrian, bro. I don't know what Earl talking about. He in the back, but I don't know what he's talking about.
That's it. The people.
Divide and conquer, man. We need to
divide and conquer. All right, Earl, you.
We need to.
Let's go. Turn shit up.
I ain't hating on another brother. I ain't beefing on another brother.
Turn shit up, bro.
They're against us already.
They've been against us, dog. That's why I'm suing that fucking their stadium.
I'm gonna rock for my people.
Page, Coach. I know you don't know.
Hey, bro, don't touch the radio, bro. We on live, bro. Get that shit down more. We on live, nigga.
Hey, man down promotions coming soon.
Hey, I'm a put a man down promotion.
We signed a Charlo brother.
Will.
They say, why I'm beefing with AB. I ain't beefing with nobody, nigga.
Nah, we beefing with that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
All right, fuck it then, nigga. What's
Fuck
up?
that nigga.
What's up? I ain't beefing with nobody, but that nigga don't want them issues.
You don't want that smoke.
Everybody get
Cuz I'm about to add you in.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at you with another one. So yeah, you heard the audio, man. I don't know if you heard or not, if you've been under a rock where you been at, but Jermell Charlo and Jermell Charlo been beefing with ADRIEN, Broner, and Tank Davis. This stemmed from a video that Jermell Charlo did, which he said that it was in he was responding to ADRIEN, Broner, and Tank Davis complaining about him being on the card, and he did a video and he said that he did a social media live, and he said, ADRIEN, Broner. He said a lot. Well, he said a lot of things, but he said, ADRIEN, Broner, I'm tired of being on these dudes undercards, and then I'm on ADRIEN, Broner undercard. It turns into a black versus Mexican thing, and then I do my part, he never do his part. This dude stay losing. And then he said, Tank Davis, I don't know who this midget think he is. He think he Floyd Mayweather and so on. And it was just a lot of back and forth. And I was at the media day. It just was the atmosphere was real thick. We had Jermell Charlo sitting on the opposite side. Usually in fight of this magnitude, the A side usually stick together. And sit together. You have usually we have it would be Tank Davis, ADRIEN, Broner, and Jermell Charlo sitting together. But at this particular press conference, we had Jermell Charlo sitting on the other side. We had Hugo Santino sitting on the side with Tank Davis and ADRIEN, Broner due to the ongoing beef that they have. And then it spilled over into the weigh-in. At the weigh-in, we had Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is actually fighting today. Jermell Charlo is his twin brother, if you didn't know. Jermell Charlo, while Jermell Charlo was actually getting on the scales to weigh in for the fight tonight, this took place yesterday, and he started going back and forth and arguing while Jermell Charlo was getting on the scales. Jermell Charlo started going back and forth, arguing with ADRIEN, Broner, and Tank Davis, calling them PUSSY, yelling at them, saying, we want that smoke, what you gonna do, you a sucker, you a punk. It just was going on and on. So then we have later on that night, this is when this audio comes out. Errol Spence, is with Jermell Charlo. They on like a social media live, and he tells Jermell Charlo, because actually at the weigh-in, Jermell Charlo started telling Jermell Charlo, listen, relax, man, calm down, man. He was visually frustrated with Jermell Charlo's antics and arguing back and forth with Adrien Broner and Tank Davis while he was getting on the scales, and he actually looked at him and kept walking over to him and saying, listen, man, relax, knock it off, you know what I'm saying, calm down, man, stop doing that, relax, you know what I'm saying. And then you have Errol Spence come out, and him and Jermell Charlo are on I don't want to say it's Facebook Live, but it's some sort of social media live, and he tells him, he says, listen, you know something, man, you need to stop hating on Adrien Broner and Tank Davis. He said, it's called divide and conquer. He said, listen, man, I'm not going to hate on my brothers. I'm rooting for them. I got Broner winning this fight. I got Tank Davis winning this fight. And I got Jermell Charlo winning. He said, then Jermell Charlo responds. He says, listen, I got Jermell Charlo winning. He said, listen, man. So Errol Spence responds to that. Stop hating on your brothers, man. It's called divide and conquer. We already got too many people against us. We got the whole, basically, the situation with the racism and towards the black people. He's saying, listen, we already got issues. We already got too many roadblocks against us. We already behind the 8 ball. We're stacked against us, man. Basically telling them, listen, it ain't cool. Knock it off. You know what I'm saying? I respect Errol Spence for this response, man, and I do think that Jermell and Jermell Charlo, man, I think they need to mesh this situation with Tank Davis and Adrien Broner, man. For numerous reasons, but the biggest reason is they ain't never gonna fight because they in two different weight classes. He fights at 160. Broner fights at really 140. He's fighting at a catchweight of 144 against Jesse Vargas, and Tank Davis fights at 130. So it's kind of pointless to go back and forth. And as brothers, I respect where Errol Spence is coming from, man. We need to stick together. You know what I'm saying? The odds are already stacked against us, like he said. So need not to hate on our brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect Errol Spence for his stance, man. And if for nothing else, you know what I'm saying, just standing up and being a man, because he could have. I mean, he trains with Jermell Charlo. They share the same trainer. They usually share the same training camps. They help each other out in training camps, and they spar each other, and so on and so on. And they have the same trainer. So he could have went along for the ride, and just been like, listen, this is my stablemate, and I'm gonna ride with him. But he actually took the high road and said, listen, man, he stood on his own too. Not to say he don't usually, but I'm just saying, usually people in this situation I'm loyal to my man right here. But he said, listen, I rock with Adrien Broner. I'm rocking with my man AB. I'm rocking with Tank, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that all the time, man. Dudes are not always stand-up dudes like that. And I respect Errol Spence for being an honest dude, standing on his own too, and being his own man in this situation. Because a lot of dudes would be like, I'm riding with my man, whether he right or wrong in this situation. But he basically told Jermell Charlo, listen, man, you wrong in this situation. You need not to beef with that neighbor, and the odds are already stacked against us. So, mend that bridge, man. Roll with that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that, man. I think that Jermell Charlo, and it looked like Jermell Charlo actually, because he was visibly upset with Jermell Charlo at the weigh-in, telling him, listen, man, calm down, man, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? So, they need to mend this, man. It's stupid. It's a ignorance, you know what I'm saying? And we need to rock with each other, man. So that's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. It's your boy Blue. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this situation. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.